Hi everyone, we're Mike and Tricia, and along with our wee dog Kira, we're on tour in France in our new Swift Carrera 144, exploring the country while putting the van through its paces. In this video, we're on Oleron Island, and I get terrified on what feels like a ledge before we head off to see Fort Boyard and the citadel of Chateau d'Oleron. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you saw our last video, we were in Rockfort and I was on the hunt for some cheese, rather unsuccessfully. But we've moved on a couple of times since then. And the first of these stops was in a little village called Jarnac-Champagne. And what a lovely little village that was. It was a small camping car park that we stayed at there. Just 22 spaces, and we had the pick of them. So we ended up facing a large pond, which was a great walk for Kira. But on one side, there was a bit of a problem. There was these processionary caterpillars had been a bit of an issue there. And to stop them from coming down from the trees, they had put some of these plastic collars around the trunks. And there was some bags hanging from them, which apparently that's the only place they can go. If they go into these collar things, they have to go into the bag. I had a look inside one of those collars, but I certainly couldn't see any. And we only stayed a couple of nights at Jarnac-Champagne. There wasn't a great deal to do or see in that place, but in the centre of the village there was a beautiful church. It was the Church of Saint-Sauveur, a grand old church from the outside, and you'd expect it to be the same on the inside, but well, you'd be wrong because the altar does look pretty normal, but when you look up, there's this modern painting on the ceiling. It's a creation by artist Jean-François Favre, done in 2004, and the murals on the wall are equally modern. So after these 2 days, we decided to move on, and that's where we are now. We're actually on an island, and it's the Ile de Laron. It's the largest French island on the Atlantic coast, and it's connected to the mainland by the Oleron Island bridge, which replaced the ferry services in the 1960s. And that's what we've been up to really since we left Rockfort. And here on the island, we're at the very north end. It's not a camping car park site this time. It's just an air, and it's cost us €13.50 for the day. So we're going to use this as our base. We have noticed though, when we came out for a walk with Kira, that one of the pine trees very close to us does have one of those processionary caterpillar nests in it. It's like a big cotton wool ball with all those little brown things towards the bottom. And this tree doesn't have a collar on it, which means that if the processionary caterpillars come out, they'll be able to get right down the trunk. So we'll just need to be careful with that. Anyway, I'm going to head back to the van now and pick up Trish, and we'll be heading out for the day. Right, Kira, you in your seat? Good girl. Oh, it's Karcher time.
Yep.
The windows are really, really misty this morning, aren't they?
Very steamed up this morning.
Lots of condensation. Oh, I hate that squeaking noise. Is that the technique, is it? You do it to the side?
Yeah. Well, you can't really get down that way, and you can't bring it up because the water will just come out.
Yeah, okay. It does make a good job though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of condensation all around the van. The skylights as well are really quite badly condensed, but there's nothing much you can do about that, and it doesn't really matter, does it, the skylights?
No. As long as we can see to drive.
Yeah.
There we are. This shows you how much water is produced from all your hot air.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's a lot of stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, we've decided we're not going to stay here for another night, are we?
No, we're moving on today.
Yeah. Well, a couple of reasons for that. One, little miss here got a tick.
Yes, she did.
And we found that tick this morning. You found the tick this morning,
Yeah, I
didn't
found it. I felt it on her tail, so
Yeah.
got up 6:30 and was like, right, Kira, got a wee tick remover
Yeah.
and put it on.
And
got the
I
tick
think
off.
the reason for that is all of the grass around this site, it's really, really long.
Yeah, it is.
There's nowhere to play ball with Kira, and she was running through that long grass, and
Yeah.
that's, I think, where she's got the tick.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, so you know we're talking about you, don't you? We are talking about you. Right, we're off. I see that you left the bed up.
Yes, I decided couldn't be bothered putting it all away.
Yeah, quite right. Now there's a little village up here. How do you fancy popping in to get some bread if there's a patisserie, is it?
Boulangerie.
Think we'll be able to get some?
If you want, yes.
Well, if there's a parking space. If not,
Yeah.
just go on.
Yeah, we're going to the supermarket today.
Yeah,
anyway,
absolutely.
We've no wine.
Yeah, that's true. Other than that, though, we're going to a lighthouse today, aren't we?
Yes.
Remember the Hook lighthouse down at the bottom of Ireland?
Yes, I do.
I think it's similar to that. It's the same sort of colours. It's black and white stripes. Well, obviously, it's not going to be the same. I think it might be taller and a bit thinner. But it's something I want to see. Right, keep your peepers open for a boulangerie. It's very, very quiet here at the moment, though, isn't it? There's nobody about at all. There's one.
It's not open.
Oh, we're too early. We're too early for bread.
I know that they open on a Sunday for half a day to let people get their bread on a Sunday. So maybe they take a Monday off instead.
Here's some parking. 2 meters, we'll not get in that one. This one, oh, this one's for buses and vans. Bus, bus, bus. That'll do us nicely. At this time of the year, the lighthouse is open at 10:30 in the morning, so we've tried to time this so that we're going to be first. There are a few other people around. We want to make sure that we are at the front of the queue, if there is one. Le Fer de Chasseron. That's what it's called, the Lighthouse of Chasseron. What is it? Kira's not allowed.
No.
Well, that's a shame. Just me going on my own. Tricia and Kira, they've went for a little walk. There's a viewing point that they can at least go to while I go up the lighthouse, and hopefully I'll not keep them waiting for too long. The Chasseron Lighthouse is one of the oldest French lighthouses in operation, and nowadays is controlled remotely. The lighthouse dates to 1834 and is located at the northern tip of the island of Oleron, also called Point of the End of the World. The lighthouse is 46 metres high, has a diameter of 18 metres and 224 steps that I'll soon be climbing. The lantern at the top houses a 250 watt bulb, and the light beams are visible up to 52 kilometres away. At the foot of the lighthouse is a remarkable garden laid out in the shape of a compass, with ponds and a rose garden and vegetable gardens too. Okay. Right, I'm pleased to see that there's a rail, a handrail, just to give me a little bit of a help going up those stairs. So I'm sure Tricia would have managed, given that there's a rail. It's a shame she couldn't get in. Now I'm feeling a little bit out of breath already. The stairs, I have to say, are all in good condition. Quite often with these things, the stairs are all beveled, but they're really good wide stairs actually for a lighthouse. Can't see right up. And the stairs are nice and bright because there's plenty of windows, so you can certainly see where you're going, even in these slightly darker bits. Coming to the top now. Thank goodness I'm out of puff. There's a much narrower staircase here to take you up to the top. Oh, there's more. Made it. Oh, feeling a bit giddy. But then heights tend to do that with me. I'll cling to the wall as I walk myself around this. Thankfully there's a nice railing all the way around. Brilliant views obviously because you're so high. I'll whiz around quickly, clinging on to the wall. That's me done a whole loop. I don't think I'm going to stay up here for very long. I'm in the gardens now. It's good to have my feet back on terra firma. Really, I didn't like that much at all when I got to the top. I could feel my legs going a little bit wobbly, so I just felt that I had to get down, and I probably broke the record for the fastest time ever to have come down a lighthouse. I just flew down those steps. I'm so pleased to get to the bottom. There's a little museum down at the bottom, which was really nice to have a little look around. It shows you the different lanterns that have been used over the years at the top of the lighthouse to illuminate the way and help the sailors find their way. And there was also some other artifacts from the local community that have been collected there over the years, and some really nice, interesting little models too. Well, I'm going to head back to the van now and catch up with Trisha and Kira. You all right?
Yeah.
Wow, that was something else.
Did you not see us?
No, where?
You were clinging to the wall at the top of the lighthouse, and Kira and I are down the bottom playing ball, and I'm shouting on you, Mike. All I could see is you like this, doing your Spider-Man against the wall. And I thought, you're obviously scared.
I was absolutely terrified, to be honest. Just my legs were going wobbly. I had to keep my back to the wall. There's no way I was looking down over that railing, so I would have had no chance of seeing you whatsoever from where I was. I was just so glad to get down and get my feet back on the ground. Right, we're going to have a wee drive down the coast now, see what we could find, maybe find somewhere to stop off for lunch. That little village that we passed through back there, that's a bit of a clue about where we're going now and what we want to see.
Yes, it is.
And I'm getting a little bit of a peek through those trees over there. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It is, of course. Fort Boyard. Yeah, I used to watch it on the telly, did you?
Yeah, I used to watch it as well.
And I can remember the original guy that did it was Richard O'Brien, is that his name?
Yeah, that's right.
He was out with the
Rocky Horror, yeah.
Rocky Horror
Yeah.
show, and then after that it was taken over by Melinda Messenger.
Yep.
Yeah, the little village back there was called Boyardville, and that's where Fort Boyard gets its name. And this little spot here, Sandy Beach, is apparently the best place on the island to get a view of the fort. I think that's the best shot that I'm going to get with this little zoom lens. I had thought about bringing Midge, our drone, out and flying her out there, but it's a bit too windy, to be honest. That was good, wasn't it?
It was a nice wee walk.
Yeah, and I see you were managing to keep Kira amused while I was doing all the filming.
Yeah, we never took her ball with us, but yeah, I had fun with her on the beach.
It looked like a bit of driftwood or something.
Yeah, it was a huge bit of driftwood.
Well, where are we off to now?
We're off to the Citadel du Château
De Lorient.
de Lorient.
Is that, isn't it?
Yeah, Citadel du Château de Lorient.
Yeah, we've been practicing that, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Saying it. I think we got it right. So that's where we're going now. It's on the south side of the island, isn't it?
Yeah, about 20 minutes away.
Right, okay, let's go. There's some of these processionary caterpillars down there. Be careful, they can be really, really dangerous. The streets here are really, really narrow. I hope this is going to be worth it after all of this. And it definitely is. The Citadel of Château d'Oleron is one of the most remarkable defensive works built on the Atlantic coast. Construction began in 1630 on the remains of a medieval chateau and was completed in 1700. The citadel was designed as a fortress with a defensive function, and it also housed disciplinary corps, civil and religious internees, and political prisoners. In 1945, an aerial bombardment destroyed many parts of the citadel. Between 1959 and 1970, the first restoration work began and was completed in 1988. We're inside the citadel now. Hugely impressive place. There was a good poster outside with an aerial shot. Maybe I didn't need to bother putting our drone midge up into the air. But anyway, it's good to have a look around on the inside. The sign there says arsenal, so that must be where the weaponry was stored. And it looks like that's where the garrison might have been.
Look, that's a mermaid.
So it is, made out of driftwood.
Yeah.
That's quite good, isn't it?
It is.
Eh? Oh, I like that. Look, the tail's right at the back. All part of the one piece of wood. What's this? He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world. That's a world in somebody's hand. This area is for sculptures, but I guess it's closed today. Yeah, it's closed. Up the stairs and onto the walls. These big, huge external walls. I'm just going to have a wee walk around the ramparts. I don't know if that's what you call them. These huge, huge walls that just rise up from the sea. You could just imagine all the English coming over on their boats to try and attack. There's no way they would get up here. No way. What do you think that might have been?
I don't know. It could have been like cells or barracks or something. Very small windows though.
Yeah. Deep, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a big thick wall there.
Yeah.
You don't know what parts were added on or original, or
There's
is
a
this
cell
an
door there, look.
original door?
Well, it does look old, but it doesn't look all that old.
It's pitch black, you can't see anything.
No, neither can I. There's one that's open. I'll have a sneak peek inside. That's too dark. Put the light on, will you? Put the light on and let's have a look. Oh.
Over. Come on, we'll go over here. Come on.
It looks like it could well have been a cell. Very, very small, no windows or anything. Wouldn't like to be locked up in there. Another arty bit. A big, huge ball made out of driftwood. This has been a great day out for us today. I think we're going to head back to the van now. We've filmed quite a lot and I would like to get the footage into the laptop because I'm trying to stay on top of things and film during the day and then do the editing in the evening in the van. And that way it means I'll not have a lot of editing to do when I get home, because I'm going to be busy doing other things in the summer, so I don't want to be sitting about doing editing. Anyway, I do hope that you have enjoyed this video. We've moved on now, we're in a different site, and if you want to see where that is, join us on the next one. All right, bye-bye for now.